Hey folks, I'm Father Sanpati from CGVirus. Today we're going to show you how to create presets for Optical Flare node for Blender Compositor. So let's get it started. First of all, what I'm going to do is basically delete everything, then Ctrl Shift S, and we're going to work with something like Sun Flare today. So let's use it. Sun Flare preset 1. There we go. Alright, so let's name it here. Let's name the scene file as OFL Sun Flare preset. Yep. Now let's go to the compositing custom node. Delete everything. I have my home setup here. You can watch my keymon here for my keystrokes. Alright, so first of all, what we need to do is basically save it first. Now let's go to file, append. You will see that there will be a master file. Here we have only a master node. Okay, so we're going to work with that to develop other presets, but eventually I will increase these master presets so that you can easily work with it. Just like the Sun Flare will be added in this master preset after this tutorial. Alright, so now what we need to do here is basically go to this master and don't go to node tree, go to scene and then append this file here. So this is our basics here, and Ctrl Shift, let's go to view a node, Ctrl Shift again. There we go. So this is our node tree. So press Ctrl H to unhide it, and you will see everything here. These are actually some standard caustic setup and anim caustic and other things. These are basically some standard setup, so this will be pretty much easy for us to work with it. So now what we need to do is basically Ctrl C copy, go to the Sun Flare preset, Ctrl V paste. So this is actually fine, not a problem. So what you need to do now is basically create a fake user or a secondary node here. Now what I'm going to do is basically go to the basic preset. I don't need that anymore, so just close it down. Okay, so now let's name it Sun preset Sun. Yeah. Okay, now we're ready to go. Let's Ctrl S, save. Alright, so we're going to start working with it, so I'm coming back. Alright, for the Sun, we don't need this multi-iris setup, we don't need these streaks, so let's go back, press tab to our main brain, and let's disable some setups first. We don't need multi-iris here, and we don't need multi-iris here as well, but we're going to work with iris caustics because we need some sort of setups here. Okay, first thing first done. Then let's go to core. We will need that. We don't need tail, we don't need we need glow. Anamorphic streaks, we don't need that, switch it off. Anamorphic caustic, I don't think so. We will need hoop. Yep, we don't need grid. Okay, so these are our basic elements, so let's get it started. First of all, Sun is actually something like orangish, so let's use this tints setup here first. I need some orange. There I go, something like that. I don't know, we will need a glow tint, so let's make it somewhat like that. Use some more, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, let's see. And then we don't need those. We need this caustic iris tint. Let's use some kind of reddish setup here. We will tweak it later, just some basic understanding. Okay, yeah, something like that. Okay, we need hoops. This one is pretty good. Yeah, we will work on it. Let's see, let's go back to the business. Let's save it. Okay, so first of all, let's talk about the basic problem, the hoop. There are double hoops, so let's go to hoop, select it, press point, and you are zoomed in. So we don't need double hoop, we need only one hoop. So what you can do, actually, this is the offsetter. You can use double hoop if you want to, but I don't need that. So press height, mute M, and it will be muted. These are our offset preset, offsetter. So I think that is fine, not a problem. Yeah, it will work pretty fine. All right. Now what? Let's go to core and let's start working. First of all, what we need is changing the core. So let's go here and go to the property. Let's change some core. I think this one looks good. Perfect. Let's see, mute it, unmute it. I need some more cores, something like light amber. It will work. So press M to transform, to make it unmute, and we're gonna scale it up a little bit, just to create some good ratio. Yeah, so that's how you can control everything individually. I have done it because my studio has needs lots of flexibility, so I have given them everything open. So I think it is a good thing. All right, so now let's go to we will need some glow. I think these glows are pretty much standard. We don't need anything. We need something else. So let's go here, press mute. Let's go here. I need a glimmer. Let's use a glimmer. Yeah. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, but we need to transform it. So unmute, pressing M. Let's scale it down a little bit here. Scale it down, something like this. 0.5 is good. Yeah, that'll work pretty fine. So here are the setups. Okay. Good. Okay, now let's go to the Irish caustic. What I'm thinking is basically let's add some more caustics here. Press M. Yeah, I need some closer core here. So yeah, that can be done. Yeah, I don't need lots of it. Yeah, there it's come. And see the changes there. Okay, I need that. A reverse. Okay, let's go here. Let's transform it a little bit to see exactly what is happening. Let's go transform Y. Something like that. Let's go to caustic. Scalar, it is fine. Let's use 30. Small scalar. Let's go to distance, and yeah, now it is coming. Perfect. Let's use that. Okay. Let's go to performance. Let's go OpenCL, 2-pass, highlight. Let's use low. It should be, I'm using GPU, so maybe 128 will work pretty fine here. It will be much more faster, I think. There we go. Okay. Okay, now let's go back to the business. So let's use satellite mute. That will be fine. I'm pressing M, by the way, just to unmute everything else. Yeah, I think this glow can be pretty much good. Let's go to unmute, and we'll see the properties. Yeah, what we can do is basically scale it up a little bit to create some, good amount of glow here. That is good. Okay, press tab. Caustic opacity, I don't like it. Let's say tint opacity. Let's use red with yeah, now it's working. Okay. What else? I think the flare should be creamy, not too much tinted. That is good. Core tint, you can use that, but maybe that, or it's up to you what you want to use. Yeah, that will work. Tail, we don't have any tail. Okay, working, that is good. Okay, let's scale it up and let's see what happens. Yeah, that's good. Basically, do we need to scale our hoop? Maybe a shorter length. Yeah, work. And what else? Core tint, opacity, aspect. Let's scale it to 2 to see what is happening here. Yeah, now it is good. Yeah. Okay, that's good. Maybe the distance, caustic distance, caustic scalar. Let's use some bigger scalar because it is very close to our lens, so it should be. Although what I really think that optical flare is not about too much logic. I think it's more about how things are looking good or not. Yeah, that'll work. Good stuff. I think I'll let them shot. Let's see. Well, we can go with it. Yeah, something like that will work. Let's go to tap. That'll work eventually. Yeah, that is good. Oh, I mean there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, something like that. Nice. Okay, let's go to Scala. Oops, sorry, I don't need that. Something like that. This is one. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's good. So you need to test it, okay? You need to test it with various scaling positions and things like that. You have to see what is happening, what is not. Otherwise, you cannot understand anything. Yeah, let's get one. I think that is looking good. Alright, it's looking good, not a problem. I will check it later if I want to, so I don't want to bother. So okay, let me explain how to deal with creativity. So let me explain that. This is our out pipeline. So as you can see, everything is outgoing here. This is our element editor, where we have already tweaked some of our elements. In the element section, you will see how to let me see how to add elements. So what you can do, select these guys, press Shift D, duplicate it. Okay, maybe we needed something like that. Okay, so and you can see the chain. So we need to do it exactly like that, and then output, and voila. If you don't need it, just select this, press Ctrl X, and it will be done. Okay, so maximum flexibility. Number one, you cannot add multi-IDs here. It should not, because I have given you 1 2 3 multi-ID system. You don't need anything else. Number one. Number two, creative modifier for elements. So here you can change your elements, something like suppose we are going for glow, something like that. So these are a glow chain. What you can do here is basically create some curve, maybe, I'm not sure. So let's select it, and you can adjust your curve to set up some glow. Yeah, if you don't need it, select it, Ctrl X, it will be unchanged. Okay, so that's how you can do it. What is this guy? Creative modifier. So this is the main brain where all the transformations and maths are going on. Don't touch it, you don't need to. These are the color mixer, where all the elements are adding up to the top, and here we go. This is the creative area where you can do lots of things. Like I have done some parallel, I will provide it as well. Press M to mute, and you can see double hoops, everything is double. Okay, you can do lots of fun things here. It is for you. Also, this similar setup has been done here as well, but these are for multi-iris setup or iris caustics. Like if I zoom in, you can see some texture popping up here. So if I'm going to M, you can see I have done some curve adjustments here. Okay, press H to unhide it. Yeah, I have done some curve adjustments. These are same pipelines. You just pipe it into and do your creative jobs. Alright, so that's how you can create some presets. Alright, and I will provide some of our presets. Our studio has asked me to create some presets, so I will provide them as well, not a problem. Okay, so that you can use it at your own. So suppose now you have the sun preset, so now you can make lots of interesting stuff with that. So that is the plus point of presets. Okay, it has already some good setup to work with, so that is pretty neat. Alright, so now let's talk about how to save presets. Yeah, let's talk about it. So let's go standard, scale 1. Let's use minus something like 800. It doesn't matter, and I'm just going angular, yeah, to see what is happening. Okay, now let's save it. Control S, save. Everything is done. So either you can save it just like that and just import just like the master node we have done, or you can merge it. How can we merge it? Before everything else, go to Outliner. Okay, go to orphan data, and now let's go here, purge all. Very important thing, purge several times. Yeah, now Ctrl Shift, so it is now clean with node groups. Okay, that is a very important task. Do it carefully. Okay, Ctrl S, save. Now let's save it. Okay, suppose I want to merge it with my master preset, which I am going to do now. So let's load the master preset here. I'm just going to drag it. There we go. So you can see that we only have this guy, so I want to merge it. So how can we do that? File, append. Now let's get back to that. We have already done some preset one. Yeah, this guy. And let's go to our scene world waveform sampler preset. Let's import it here. So now let's go to the waveform sampler preset. Okay, there are maybe, yeah, we are not one, so you can see it here. Okay, so now let's copy this guy. Ctrl C, just like before. Yeah, and that's going to be a node, and Ctrl V. So now we have our sampler preset, right? So what you need to do is basically select it, and this is the sun 001. So I don't need this preset anymore, so let's cut it, close it, and just name it sun. Yeah, that's it. That's how you can work with it. Now press Ctrl H to hide it, and here is our two presets. Now what you need to do, again, go to the outliner and orphan data and purge all. It will clear everything for you. So now we have several nodes and we have our presets. Yeah, the fun thing is these presets has all the color information for you, all the setups and everything. Now you can interchange it, something like, you know, this is a global tint, I can use basic. You can see that there is a quite difference, but don't use it because I don't recommend it, because it will mess it up. Okay, so before saving it, I want to do another purge, because it is much more better to use purge whenever you can. Okay, now Control S, save. Yeah, it has been saved safely. Okay, so just to check it up, let's go to another blender, file, append, let's go to the lens flare, well, yeah. So this is our master. You go to scene, you will see the scene. If you go to the node tree, you will see there are actually two nodes. One is basic, one is sun. Yeah, so let's go to our scene file, basics. So the basic, let's go to the compositing custom, whatever it is. Let's go here, and now you will see that we have this guy, a little viewer, yeah, this guy, and also this guy. Yeah, so that's it. That's how you can import, create presets and things like that. So thanks for watching. I will provide some more presets, and hopefully if I get time, I will obviously walk through means, you know, how much what I have modified, what I have done here. I will walk through that if I can, if I have time. And yeah, that's how you can set your presets, and I will provide at least 8 presets in total to work with. So yeah, thanks for watching, and goodbye. Alright, so our presets are done. It took 2 hours to finish this project. So Ctrl Shift, and here is our basic preset. Then this is the sun. I have tweaked a little bit of our properties panel here, you know, some tint and things like that, a little bit. Yeah, then we have sci-fi. So let's go through it, and here it is. I know. Yeah, let's go to open seal, 2 pass, highlight, and 128. Yeah, so and see what is happening. Cool. Sci-fi. These are some basic properties I have changed, and I will go through the brain section. So yeah, hold on, let's see other things here. Ctrl H. This is parallax, as we have told. Yeah, okay. Then we have toxic. This one is pretty much same like sci-fi, just, you know, some elements has been changed, and tint and global things. Yeah, and also I have included some, you know, shutter, you know, what does it say, hexagonal Irish. Yeah, then we have, is the preset of dart. I have used the sun preset with some elements, and also the dart. I will go through that. Okay, so here it is, and this is a side streak. This is actually completely abstract. There is no core, there is only, you know, side streak type of thing if you need to work with it. So I will go through that as well. It is just, you know, some parallax and anamorphic streaks, nothing else. It's a pretty much basic setup without any core. Yeah, so that's it. If you go to 0, you can see what is actually happening here. Yeah, So we'll go to 700 and let's go to 700. Yeah, so like that. Right, now I will come back and we'll go walk through. Alright, so first thing first, this one is basic, sun, we don't need that. Sci-fi, let's go to sci-fi. What I have changed? Yeah, I have changed the everything is pretty much same here. We have changed the tail section here. You can see that here in tail what I've changed is basically the same. Okay, so there is a tail. Okay, and the tail has come from, let me see, where is this? Yeah, properties. It's a ghost 3. Okay, ghost 3, and I have changed the scale a little bit. I have given it some angle for, you know, some kind of tension and things like that, and yeah, that's it. And other things are pretty much same. Anamorphic streaks, we have used some anamorphic streaks, nothing very much special. We have used some caustic, and yeah, nothing very much special. Irish, and we have used MI secondary. Yeah, the spatial thing was, you know, using the tail for the first time. Okay, tail is basically, you know, the reverse technology of the core. Okay, so that's the thing, yeah. So now let's go to parallax. What is parallax? You already know. I have used the sci-fi preset from here, tweaked a little bit, avoided the tail section, and yeah, that was it. And there was some core elements, core change and things like that, basic setups. In here we have increased the glow a little bit, decreased the glow a little bit, scale it 0.2 and 0.1 to see what is actually happening. Okay, so that was element. Yeah, let's do 0.2. I'm not going to save it anyway. So and the spatial trick was here in the parallel. Yeah, creative modifier, parallel. Press M to mute it and it is gone. Press M to unmute it. Yep. Okay, what next? Toxic. Toxic is same, just like sci-fi. There is no change, just a little bit of change is our iris, and also we have included some global tint, extreme global tint here, and let's go there. Okay, the multi-iris setup, I have changed the multi-iris setup a little bit with some hexagonal setup here. Hexagonal setup, you will get these hexagonal properties from here. It was usually these guys and these guys. Okay, now we have used these guys. Okay, and what else? There is nothing special. We have used some core with some transform values, and the core has a caustic image, caustic spot 2, and this one has basic caustic spot. I have also changed the transformation here, core transformation, that is 1.3. so that was the scale up, scale down setup. Yeah, and what else? That was the thing. Okay, preset dart, let's go to preset dart. Some basic properties, basic changes, you can see that. Let's go here. So this time, for the first time, we have switched the grid. Okay, and what I have done is basically in the other sections, like, you know, this guy, suppose there is no where it is, there is no curve. Yeah, so I have used a RGB curve value, simple RGB curve value. How did I do that? Press Ctrl X to delete it, and then unselect all, RGB curve, what is it, RGB curve, yeah. So it tends to be go like that. So if you go just like, you know, this, it creates a mess, right? So press Ctrl Z and it will undo. So then press H to hide it, and then what I have done is basically join the image here, press hide, and then I add it here a little bit. Then what I have done is basically I've just crunch it up a little bit, yeah. So yeah, this kind of setup. Okay, number one. Number two, what I have done is, it's not here, the tail and glow has some unusual part, like, you know, glow I have increased it, core I have done nothing, so I have used some glow setup here. Okay, and in this section there are some spatial setup which I have done is basically grid texture scale. Okay, so usually it was 1, so I have increased it. Yeah, this is your grid texture. I have increased it to 2.4 to make it much more prominent, and there is a grid spread scale. Okay, so it can spread your setup here, you know, how much intensity you need. Intensity means, you know, how much border it should have and things like that. So yeah, that's it. And what else? Let's go to H. Let's go to side streak, Ctrl Shift, there we go. Everything is pretty much same. I have used some global tint, weird global tint, and tint. I did some angular for the first time, you know. And what else? I have disabled everything. I have used anamorphic streaks, transformation, did some 1.3 type of scaling, and he scaled up the glow, he scaled down the glow, and obviously we have used our parallax. Okay, so that's it. This is the basic setups, and you can understand that I have used basically sun, sci-fi, and preset basic to make the sun. Sci-fi was done by preset basic and then modifying it, and parallax has been done with, let me see, sci-fi. Toxic has been done with sci-fi. Dart has been done with sun. So you mean you know, you can understand now that actually you can you know, make your presets like that, and it will be pretty much easy for you to do that. Also, I want to show you how what I have done here in this file. All files has been merged with the master, but I have also included my parallax flare 1, that is my, you know, just like the sun flare 1 we did earlier. That means it is for safety, but it, you don't need to, you know, provide those if you have you know, made the preset here merged, but it is better to have your files with yourself, because it is important. Sometimes it can crash, or sometimes you need to modify it. So yeah, use those obviously pretty easily. So let me tell you how I did everything. Let me tell you that. Wait. So I'm just going to close it. I'm just opening a new Blender session. Let's go to Sunflare 1. I'm just dragging it here. Ctrl Shift, and you can see my sun. Yeah. So what I'm going to do now is basically Shift D, and let's put a marker here, and let's name it something like, you know, TMP. Let's delete this guy, Ctrl Shift S. Let's make it, just name it TMP1, something like that, and then Ctrl Shift, and here it is. So what you can do now is basically go to your outliner here, go to orphan data, where it is, orphan data, and purge all. Okay, do it 1 or 2 times, and it will be just on brush. Yeah. Now start tweaking it, start whatever you want to do, name your preset, then save the file, and then what I have done is basically, let me go there. Yeah, what I have done is basically waveform preset master, then I did file, append, and let's go to TMP1, let's go to scene TMP, just go here, there we go, Ctrl C, copy, and let's go here, Ctrl V, paste. Now what you need to do, as usual, make a new one, and let's go here and close it down. Now you can name it TMP. There we go. So Ctrl Shift V. Now what you need to do is basically purge all. Okay, purge it all and save it. Ctrl S, save it. That's it. That's how I have done everything. Yeah. Okay, so that's it for the tutorial, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.